joining us. This is Firecrackers. And I would say that perhaps part of this is what led the NLC to give this ultimatum to the federal government that in 14 days, which started on Friday, that they would go on strike if the federal government does nothing to fulfill the promises they made to them in October 2023. And the federal government has also come out to beg the the organized labor, to be patient with the government. So now, do you think that that plea is necessary, or should they have done the promises? Should they have fulfilled the promises they made to the organized labor, or is it the organized labor that needs to have more patience for what we have on ground now?
You see, what is happening in Nigeria now, I think is not too okay or favorable to all. With due respect, be the lawmaker, the presidency, the governor, councillor, chairman, and all those set of people, obas, emirs, and deeds, all feel the impact of what is happening. And no matter how rich the person is, they will feel the impact. The notice given by the NLC, I think they gave that notice in line with the law establishing the NLC and TUC. Is in order. And the plea government is also making to them that they should know. It's also in order. But you see the problem now is NLC, TUC, or UTC, or anything, they always keep Nigerians as suspects when it comes to what I call struggle. You wouldn't be surprised, I'm going to take it. Since government has stretched its Sullivan today, that maintain peace, maybe in the midnight when the 14 days expires, you may even think that you are not going to work the following day. By 6 a.m., you will just flash headlines, TUC, NLC suspension. You will not be running up on them. Before 8 a.m., you are receiving people going over. No more strike, will report to the office, you run to the work. So such suspects is not too good. So if they are ESCO they meet and they discover that the plea government has pleaded to them is in order, they shouldn't wait till when the 14 days is 2 seconds or 2 minutes to lapse before they quickly suspend it, so that Nigerians will keep on with their struggle. So that is my take about that. Then you see the other thing is that the problem in Nigeria, Nigerians are the problems of Nigeria. If a person is elected or selected or appointed to occupy an office, he is to occupy that office to make sure that things are done normal. Is that not correct? When you now elect or appoint or nominate a person to occupy an office, and that person is doing what is contrary, which is affecting the populace, I think that is abnormal. How can a single person occupy an office in charge of money and carry all those? The money they ask you to give or to give to citizens for them to feel relieved, you pack it to your personal account. You share it to your girlfriend and boyfriends. You gave it to do Thanksgiving to where so you are doing your Thanksgiving. Whereas people that are supposed to be the beneficiaries of these things, they are suffering. That is why I said Nigerians are the problems of Nigeria. Now we are talking of things that cost normal, and the government is saying it will go down. Accepted. We are waiting. And I think it will come to pass. Since COVID-19 came, it came to pass. What do they call it? NSAS came to pass. And some other Ebola came, it came to pass. In this one has come, it will also come to pass. However, we need to do certain things in this country. Our leaders, the occupants or occupiers of the offices, they should have at heart Nigeria, not their families alone. Mr. Senator, you will leave that place one day. It's not your father's inheritance. I'm saying it with due respect. They will leave. And when you leave, where do you go back to? You go back to that village. Those people you are running, you go back to village. Those people, they gave you constituency allowance to do project in your constituency, you are spending the money. You still go back to that constituency. Then you meet your water. It's not fair, to be sincere. That is the problem we have. Some of these senators, they live, in fact, they enjoy more than the number one citizen. Some of them. They enjoy more than number one citizen. They live like a teen god. And where do they get the money? It's the money that emerged for some projects in their constituencies. Now let's be sincere with ourselves. Let's say a senator goes to his constituency and look at them as these people are suffering and start giving, let's say, 2,000 naira per person. You know that 2,000 will go a long way to assist them. But these people, they will not do it. They will pack it in a corner. They will take charter flight from here to Lesotho. They will not spend more than 2 nights there with charter flight come back. That is not fair. That is not fair. So the NLC TUC issue, if the government has called them and they are appealing to them, if they take to, they should not wait till that minute.
Okay.
They should let Nigerians know where they are going, not to keep Nigerians as suspects. It's unfair.
Okay, all right. You know, when we talk about issues confronting Nigeria right now,
Yeah.
prices of food is growing astronomically. And some brilliant minds have suggested to the federal government that perhaps they should open all the borders closed by former President Muhammadu Buhari. Do you think that that might go a long way in ameliorating the suffering of Nigerians?
People, we do this, sir. People that gave such a suggestion or made such proposal, they have their reasons to do so. But you see, you know, Nigeria has a lot of problems. The land border that was closed based on issue of security. In fact, I wrote a paper on it, on land border closure in Nigeria. I wrote a paper on that issue. I wrote that paper in 2020. Now, and it's published. Now, the border that was closed because there were problems there. In the northeast, gone southeast, gone here and there. And the findings by the government then was that it was through the land border those things were coming. That was the cause of the closure. If we are to open our land borders, now suggested by some persons, to be sincere, it has advantages and it has disadvantages. One of the advantages is that food will come in.
Yes.
Disadvantages is that there may be crisis in Nigeria. We see a lot of arms and ammunition coming in. Despite the fact that the borders are closed, the land borders are closed, those things still find their.
But could that not be curbed? Could that not be curbed with inspection?
Let me tell you, I have been opportune to pass through Nigerian land borders severally, and a lot of things happened there. And those things, that was before the closure of the border. Those things that happened here, they are not okay for this country. Now, you hear that kidnappers are shooting sporadically. Do you think the guns they are using, they manufacture them in Nigeria? They are not. Where do they bring it through the borders? Now, so those areas must be keenly considered before you can now say open the border, to avoid further problems for Nigeria. Are you aware that they said some foreigners are in Nigeria who involved in kidnapping and all sorts of things? So if those things are true, it may not be true for but I will agree on that price. We are talking of rice, we are talking of yam, palm oil and the rest that are costing. I will appeal to the state governors and local government chairmen and the Mr. President Let us encourage agriculture in this country. Let me tell you, I read some books. Those books were published in 1960, 1970. Cocoa produce in Ondo State is the best in Africa. And then Ondo State was the highest exporter of cocoa produce then. But now, they don't want to.
Unfortunately,
so we need to encourage them.
We have run out of time. Sincere apologies for cutting this flow of your thoughts. Thank you so much for being with us on the program.